Alright, welcome back everybody. Anybody that's new here, thanks for joining me today. Today I was going to do a completely different mission, I'll be honest. But it did have to do with Google Maps. So I was literally like, well, I could do that, or because it was a little messed up, it was super crowded. Tons and tons of people, and it would have made it very hard to fish the same fish over and over again. I digress. I decided that, if you can see it over here, I have a few ponds that I haven't fished yet. I know some of you guys want me to go out and fish in ponds, and I used to do this stuff all the time. I'd fish ponds, creeks, rivers, you name it. If it looked like it had fish, which this looks fishy, there's not a huge weed mat, and I think I actually seen some fish jump. The question is, what's in it? So hopefully, if you guys are seeing this, I found a pond with some fish in it. Okay, before I get going here, I can't tell how deep this is. It's kind of mucky, but looks like I have a fast break line, so it might actually be deep enough to hold some good fish. I do have some red ants biting my feet, so I'm probably gonna have to move around a little bit, but hopefully I can stick some fish here. Comment below if you guys are pond fishing people. Start giving me some tips here. It's been a while. I do know that I'm going to start probably with this tadpole spin, just because I can kind of fish it at all depths. I still have my 6-pound leader on here so that it's invisible, even though the water looks very dirty. And I'm throwing it on my Apex Elite just because I have a 8-pound braid on here. That way if I hook up with a big enough bass or something like that, I can still get it in. But I'm just going to try and find some fish first. Like I said though, comment below if you guys got any tips for me for searching ponds to get myself back into this. I'm going to try and do this a little bit more this year and try to discover some new waters. But also comment if you guys like fishing ponds. So remember to hit the like button if you guys like this kind of stuff. Alright, gotta go. Alright guys, as you guys can see, I'm wearing all my gear for sun because it's really hot out. Gonna drink some water real quick here. Alright, so what you guys didn't see was I think I've been out here for about an hour or two, maybe probably two plus hours. I'm obviously not going to put on all that footage of me just casting around, but I didn't get one follow. I saw a bunch of turtles, but all I had was my beetle spin on, or it's a tadpole spin from JB Lures. I was just tossing it around. I have my fluoro leader, or it's the P-line leader, but the thing was I mean, there was 2 ponds, and you guys probably saw just a little glimpse of that last pond because it was pretty hard to get to. There's a lot of trees around the shoreline. There's only like one spot I could fish, and there was a couple spots that I let it sink down. It looked like it was about 5-6 feet deep, but the problem with that is if it gets too cold here in the wintertime, obviously we get ice. If you guys haven't been, or if you've been around for a long time, you know I'm an ice fisherman, and things freeze over in Wisconsin where I'm at. But what happens is if these little ponds, if they're less than like I would say less than 10 feet deep, if they don't have fresh water flowing in and out of them, which this one actually has it looks like it's got a fountain or something like that by it, but I don't ever remember seeing that fountain on. But either way, what I was trying to say is if it doesn't have fresh flowing water through it, it needs to be oxygenated. Say that 5 times too fast. If it's not oxygenated enough, the fish can die off. You have a fish kill, and I mean, usually something survives, and that's why I like fishing ponds still to this day, is sometimes whatever survives gets really big. So if you have bass in the ponds and there's like 2-3 of them left and they got no competition, when they're eating all those frogs and all those bugs and stuff like that, they get huge. So the big thing is you still want to go out and fish ponds like that. It's been a while since I've done it, but I've been wanting to get out and get into some more bodies of water that I haven't fished. Using Google Maps is one of my favorite things to do. Is, you know, you just look around this area. I don't know, I forget how far I am from home. I'm like an hour or so. But either way, you just kind of, it's a game of odds. You got to drive around until you find something that has fish in it. And I covered the bigger pond here, I probably got down to the actual water's edge like 10 times, making like probably 20 to 50 casts each spot. Made sure to cover it top to bottom, you know, ran the surface, ran the middle, ran the bottom. The only thing I didn't do was switch a bunch of baits, but usually with this this tadpole spin, I like it because in ponds and stuff like that, what you'll end up with is you'll get something that follows it that won't eat it. So if you're lucky, you'll end up with something that follows it, and you can judge by whatever's following it. You know, if it's a little tiny bluegill, you put smaller baits on. If it's a big bass, and it's not swiping at it or anything, put bigger baits on. That's basically how I like to cover water really quickly. It's a light little lure, and it also, you know, gives you an opportunity to catch bluegills and, you know, little species like minnows and stuff like that, for whatever's swimming around. But if you guys are curious, this is why I bring my backpack along. It's not on me. You can see it's not on me, but it allows me to relax in some shade, get some water, and talk to you guys, obviously. But if you guys want to see me struggle like this more often, I think I've said this like 2 or 3 times now, and a couple of you guys are always like sadistic about it. You're like, yeah, I want to see you struggle because that's real fishing. Like, I struggle all the time, guys. You guys don't see, I don't know, probably 20 to 40% of the videos I film a year, you guys don't see. And that's because I don't catch anything like today. I just wanted to talk to you guys about some pond tactics, and then ask you guys, as I did earlier in the video, I would love for you guys to like refresh my brain. Obviously, some of you guys do this a lot more than me, and I don't have any problem learning from you guys. It don't matter how old you are or how long you've been doing it. If you do pond fishing more than me, please comment below any tactics that you guys have. That's the big thing, is like coming at them with the tadpole spin is really like one of my simple ways of doing it, but hopefully you guys enjoyed what my take on starting. If I would have had this in mind sooner or earlier in the day before I left my house, I probably would have brought some frogs along, because there is some weed mats, and that might have brought something to the surface, but I didn't have a single chase or nibble on my thing. So either I'm being biased towards the tadpole spin working everywhere else I go, or there was no fish in these ponds and they're completely dead. They don't look like I said, they don't look like they have any fresh water coming through them. And yeah, the big thing here is I want to know if you guys like these kind of videos. It just sucks because anybody that's new, like all you guys that are new, you guys don't realize that I fish a lot. I fish 5-6 days a week. I try to get out at least 3 to 4 videos a week. Sometimes it's one, and this is why. What you guys don't understand is I film ahead a lot of times, and what sucks is like you get ahead and then suddenly you have 2 dry weeks. And if you guys are fishermen, you know this. You'll have times where you go everywhere and there's no fish to be found. It's like they disappeared off the face of the earth. So if you're feeling this content, remember to hit that like button so that I know that you guys want to see it more. Obviously you guys comment below too. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little struggle and conversation I had about this, and some of you guys can help me out. I'm always looking for new things, always learning. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, obviously if you're not new here, you know what's up, but if you are new, can you please just remember to